Hello, hello, hello. Finally, after a long time, I managed to get my hands on this phone that I'm going to review for you right now. Hold on, I'm just tidying up some stuff here. Get out my way. So, what is it I have for you today? Well, you'll know it's not a brand new phone, but it's new to me. This is the Essential Phone PH1. Now this came out in 2017, late 2017, and actually came out, just if I can remember, came out before the iPhone 10, and the screen, as you can see then, it was pretty phenomenal. It was almost all screen, had a bit of a notch there, but not as big as the iPhone notch, and it has a wee bit of a chin, which of course the iPhone 10 didn't have. Now most people know that the Essential Phone company was founded by one of the founders from Google, and I just read that the reason that he called it Essential was that basically he wanted to build a phone that had just the essential ingredients of Google, no bloatware, nothing at all, and I think he did it. And 2 years, more than 2 years on, we're into 2020. Oh, Happy New Year, by the way. May all your dreams come true for you and yours. So 2 years after the Essential Phone came out, this phone, in my opinion, is probably one of the best looking phones around, hands down. It's still a beautiful piece of technology, and it's made with titanium and ceramic. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's beautiful. Really aesthetically, I just think that this phone will still look beautiful in years to come. I just really rate it. So the specs on this one's 5.7 something full HD plus screen. Sorry, my battery drained there. Yeah, so Qualcomm Snapdragon 835, 4GB of RAM, and this 128GB ROM. I think it's 13 megapixel camera at the back and an 8 megapixel selfie camera. This one I updated to Android 10, and there was one issue with it, and which was that the launcher, the stock launcher, it kept crashing, and I googled it, and this seems to have been an issue. Now I'm not sure, I don't remember, because I updated it all pretty as soon as I got it, so I don't remember if it was crashing when I opened it, but anyway, the cure for it was to go into the settings, which is a wee bit fiddly, but anyway, eventually you get into the settings and disable gestures, and that seemed to help to stop it. And anyway, I put my Nova launcher on it, so now working totally fine, very fast. And I did let's see, I was very pleasantly surprised. 2-year phone, I did Antutu, and let's see what the score was. So 225,000. So that's pretty decent score for a 2-year-old phone, more than 2 years old. Now, price-wise, these are, of course, I think when they first came out, they were like $700. Then it had a big price cut. Now you can find them for new, refurbished, round about less than 200. But I'm not sure about new exactly, but maybe you'll find it around a couple $100, refurbished under $200. I got this one for around about $100 because it said it was heavily scratched, and the screen I don't see any mark on, and on the ceramic, and it's incredibly difficult to see, but it does look like there's because I can feel it in my hand here, there's some scratches here. It might even be a very light crack on the surface of the ceramic, but it's really difficult to see. So it's not, for me, not a big, I can just about see it there. Yeah, there it is, when I put my hand around it. So look, I put it into the I got this nice cheap case for it. I think it looks pretty decent, and I put it in there. Then it was is fine, no problems at all. Now, supposedly, I'm not sure what the future of Essential Phone is, if there's going to be a second one. I know people really like this one, but I think there was problems with the launch, and then there were some issues with software, and the camera got a bit of a panning, and I don't think the camera is great, but I don't think it's bad. I think the selfie camera is really good, and the what I did was I googled the camera, the Pixel Camera APK, and there is a version for Essential Phone. Now the first one I downloaded just wouldn't open, or just kept crashing, and then I found another version which was I think the latest version, and perhaps because compatible with Android 10, and then it was working, and it made a difference, and it's like with low light it made a bit of a difference, but the camera's not bad. It's not like the Pixel or more higher end, or even like my Microsoft Lumia, but it's pretty decent, and video is okay, and video from the selfie camera I really like. I think it's very, very nice and very clear. Now there was plans to be some modules or attachments or something that we're going to attach here, and I believe the only thing that has come out is a 360 camera, which I might get. If I keep this phone, I might get it because I like a 360 camera, but if I can find one, they're not expensive, so, and I don't mind buying second hand, so I might get it. So it's an IPS screen, but I think the screen is absolutely brilliant. I think it's really, really a top LCD screen. It is just really cool. I really like the phone. It's a big, because there's so much screen, it's a small phone in the hand, but you get mostly the screen, apart from your wee chin here, which doesn't bother me at all. I just really like it. I think it looks really, really cool. As I said, it's definitely up there with the best looking phones, and in my day-to-day usage, I have had no problems whatsoever with it. I really, really like it. So just for us people in Saudi, if you're on STC, and you haven't downloaded their My STC app, that one there, download it. It's pretty good. They've updated it, and really they've made a very they have made it really good, surprisingly so. Also the STC Pay, it's a pretty good app and very simple to use, and they're only charging you 5 riyals to send your money wherever it is you want to send your money. The credit card limit for transferring credit card onto your STC Pay account is 5,000 per month, but I think 10,000 if you use your ATM. But anyway, that's just, I like to share an app with you, and it's definitely worth your while to have these if you are an STC customer. And if not, the STC Pay app, you don't have to have a SIM card, so definitely worth looking at. What else can I tell you about this phone that has not been said already? Okay, well, USB-C, of course, and no headphone jack, but paired very easy with my iPods and my iPod Pro, and no problem. Speaker, it's nothing to write home about, external speaker, if you're going to use that, but let me take the dual cameras here. I think, is it both 13 or 12? Yeah, 13. Both 13 megapixels. Yeah, the speaker is alright. It's nothing special. Now, I don't know if it's me. Well, I suspect it is my STC card, but I've noticed a few times when I've had it in there, it basically alarms or says that there's no SD card, STC card, no SIM card, sorry, and I've had to pull it, then reinsert it again, and then it catches the signal. And this also happened a lot with nearly every Microsoft phone that I've had, and including my Microsoft Lumia, which is a brilliant phone, even if you're only going to get it for using it as a phone and a camera phone. Get it for £100 less. It's a cracker. So it could be my nano SIM card that is the problem and not the phone. So I don't know. But anyway, just let you have one more look of this beauty. And yeah, you don't see that scratch at all, and I think it's quite a deep scratch on that ceramic. So I mean, it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, needless to say, but who cares? I mean, look at this screen. It's just, I mean, this is like a phone of the future now, and we're in 2020. It's just really, really absolutely beautiful, and I hope, I don't know if they lost money, I hope they didn't lose money with this phone, even though they ended up having to sell it cheap, and I hope that they do get to release an essential phone too, because, excuse me, I had a late night last night, because it's a cracker. Fingerprint scanner obviously on the back works really well. You will want to get a cover, because I watched the ceramic, titanium is obviously strong, but I don't think the ceramic is that strong, so you do not want to be dropping this. Anything else? No, I can't really tell you much more. Just that this 2017 phone is still an absolute cracking phone today. It's very fast. I haven't noticed any, it's as fast as anything I'm going to have. You'll see the Antutu score. If you're really, really, really set on a totally top of the line camera, then maybe this is not the phone for you, but you can fiddle around, of course, in post with an app to kind of improve your photos. But if you just like really, really nice stuff, cool in your hand, then maybe spend $100 and something odd dollars and get yourself the essential phone. So that's my first review of 2020, and hopefully over the year I'll have some money to buy some stuff to review, etc, etc. So thanks for watching. Any questions, comments, leave below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you. Bye.